Rama 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 Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Ashram. Once again, we shall offer our grateful pranams as we have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. And before we submit our today's prayers, I would like to say something in continuation of what we saw yesterday. It was on the 17th of August 2000, Bhagwan came for treatment to Shri Ramana Surgical Clinic, T. Nagar, Chennai. At the time of the operation also, Bhagwan went through because of the compulsion of the devotees. Though he never liked to see any allopathy doctor, he simply submitted his body at the entreaties of the devotees. In September, from 30th to 28th, Shri Suresh, IPS, he took leave at my asking and had the golden opportunity of serving Bhagwan in the hospital there. By the time the operation was also over, and there was much time for these people to spend with Bhagwan. On the 20th and 21st October 2000, when he had come again, Bhagwan was holding Sri Suresh's hand in the room, and there were other devotees as well. Sri Suresh was doing his PhD in philosophy. It completed it, and he wrote the IAS examination, the civil service. He got selected for IPS. When he came and reported to Bhagwan, Bhagwan said with a smile, "Suresh, this beggar thinks that you are sattvic. Your nature is sattvic. But Father has given you this police department the police service. Well, Father will put it to use. You don't worry, my Father will be with you. My Father will guide you. So after that, now today, Sri Suresh is the Inspector General living in Delhi. He holds a very important position in the government. And he sent me the Sadguru Vani, all the talk that took place in that room in Shri Clinic. Bhagwan spoke much with these people around. He had noted down some of them, and he sent me this. I would like to share at least some of it, because they appeal and apply to all the devotees. Bhagwan, as usual, started with the highest truth in which he was established. He said, Suresh, Father alone exists, Suresh. He is the only existence. Nothing else exists. Father alone, Father alone. The one, the whole, infinite, indivisible existence. This beggar does not exist, Suresh. Whatever you see, it is Father alone, the one without a second, perfect unity at all places, in all times. Suresh, there was no time when he was not. Every word that is coming out of this beggar's mouth, is Father, Suresh. It's my Father alone who is inspiring this beggar to speak in front of these friends. With a gesture of both his hands, he continued, but how do we know this, Suresh? How do we know about the one who is infinite, the whole, the one without a second, the formless presence? It's only through his grace, Suresh. The Ramayana, Mahabharata, Upanishads, they're all his grace only. Without the help of these, we could not know about the one absolute, the infinite Father. It's only Father's grace that we have this Ramayana and the Mahabharata, which contain the Leelas of Rama and Krishna. These works of Valmiki and Vedavyasa are not merely stories, Suresh. They are not stories about Rama and Krishna, that they were born in such and such place and did such and such things. No, they contain the description of the Leela, the play of my Supreme Father. Ram Leela and Krishna Leela. It's all the play of the formless presence of my Supreme Father. Suresh, Father has given this Ramayana, Bhagavatam, Mahabharata for the sake of the devotees, so that we can read about Rama and Krishna, Ram Leela and Krishna Leela, and slowly progress on the path and finally become one with the Father. These are not separate from Father, Suresh. It's like a drop of water which has come out of the ocean but is still not separate from it. It will again fall back into the ocean. Likewise, it is all my Supreme Father's play. Suresh, do you understand? Yes, Bhagwan. Suresh, it is very difficult to describe it. Very difficult to describe the formless presence of my Supreme Father. It's impossible to say anything about Father. Then Bhagwan recited the following pada from the Vinaya Patrika of Goswami Tulsidas. Keshav kahi nahi, jaye ka kahiye, dekhat tava rachna vichitra thi, samajhi man hi man rahiye, kaun kaha sach, jhoot kaha kaun, do prabala karimane. Suresh, Vinaya Patrika of Tulsidas is one of the greatest works. It is said that the name of Tulsidas will remain forever because of the two works, Ramcharitamanas and Vinaya Patrika. Tulsidas says, Hey Keshav, we cannot say anything about you. Seeing your wonderful creation, we are amazed. Nothing can be said about you or your creation. Regarding the world, some say it is true and some others say it is false. And both of them give very strong arguments in their favor. But what he is, what he truly is, cannot be said certainly. Then Bhagwan continued, Suresh, it's a very great mystery how Father selects some person, showers his grace on him, and finally becomes one with him. It's a very great mystery, Suresh. Nothing can be said about it. How he selects, when he selects, where he selects, very difficult to say, Suresh. Rarely, very rarely do people like Rama and Krishna come. But they do come. How do we know this? Because the Shastras say so. And the Rishis have said so. Ram Leela, Krishna Leela. Just when you finish saying Krishna Leela, somebody interrupted and said, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Leela. Bhagwan immediately said, oh, no, this beggar is nothing at all. This beggar does not exist. It's my Father alone that exists. You see, Suresh, Rama and Ravana, Krishna and Kamsa, they are all Father only. Both are He alone. Ravana is also my father. Kamsa is also my father. My Father alone. You see, just like a drop of water which gets separated from the ocean and finally falls back into the ocean. Even while they came out as a drop of water, it still remained part of the ocean and it fell back into it. Do you understand this, Suresh? Yes, Bhagwan. Then Bhagwan said something very interesting. He said, Suresh, you only have to understand that this cannot be understood. So when we cannot understand anything with our intellect, what should be done, Suresh? Faith. Faith alone, Suresh. Faith in Rama, faith in Krishna, faith in Shiva. faith in the name of Rama, Krishna, Shiva. That is enough, Suresh. Nothing else is required. When this beggar was with Swami Ramdas, he gave Ram mantra to this beggar and ordered him to chant it always. Accordingly, this beggar used to chant it all the time, the name of Rama. And then Father revealed everything to this beggar. He revealed that everything is Ram alone, and there is nothing else other than Ram. Then I butted in, I said, Bhagwan, please tell us something about this beggar. Bhagwan once again made a gesture with his hands and said, nothing can be told about this beggar. What this beggar is cannot be described, Devaki. This beggar does not exist. This beggar is nowhere, and this beggar is now here. Crores and crores of years before, this beggar was. Crores and crores of years in the future, this beggar will be. This beggar is nothing, or you may say, this beggar is everything. There is no place where this beggar is not, no time when this beggar is not. Then pointing towards Suresh, he said, this beggar has to speak like this. Otherwise, how will good people like Suresh come here? It's only when such people come that Father inspires this beggar to speak. It is Father who is making this beggar speak, Suresh. Whoever has faith in this beggar will feel that this beggar is everywhere. This beggar hears everything. This beggar sees everything. Nothing is ever hidden from this beggar. You are here, Ramdev, your son, and Urmila, your wife, are in Trivandrum. Do you think Father does not know this? Do you think this beggar doesn't know anything? He takes care of everything, Suresh. Do you understand, Suresh? After a brief pause, Bhagwan continued to sing again this Keshav Kahi Nahi Jaye. After repeating those 4 lines, he said, Suresh said that he had visited the place in Varanasi where Goswami Tulsidas ji stayed and did his work. Bhagwan smiled and replied, Suresh, it was Nayagaon, on the other side of the Ganga, that this beggar met one man. He does not remember the name of this man, but that man used to recite the padas from the Vinaya Patrika and weep and weep with a feeling that his Vinaya has been accepted. This beggar was very much moved by it. And then Bhagwan said, he completed it, saying, in those areas, Ramcharitamanas and Vinaya Patrika have a great following. It is said that the name of Tulsidas will remain forever because of the 2 works. And then Bhagwan went on to say something about Jai Krishnamurti, Gandhiji, all that. Maybe some other time we could come to that. So here Bhagwan very clearly stated, nothing could be hidden from him, that he knew, he knows, he is watching all that is going on, every detail of everybody's life, every detail of every creature's life. He says, for people who have no faith, he is nowhere. For people with faith in his name, faith in him, faith in his leelas, he is now here. And the formless presence that is ever present inside our spiritual heart is what is activating us all the time. We are instruments in the hands of this divine, which is residing inside us all the time. We call him Paramatma or Parameshwari. You can call him Divine Mother, Ishvara or Ishwari. When he begins to manifest, there is Chitakash, Chit Akash. Inside all of us, inside an ant, inside a worm, inside a stone, there is no place where he is not. Now this Chitakash has Param Dham, the place of the Supreme Father, as Bhagwan puts it. He is pure consciousness, pure awareness, as they say. At the same time, from this pure awareness, our every breath comes. So let's remember, without his activation of this breathing, there will be no life in us. So every act due to this breathing, the eyes being able to see, the ears being able to hear, the body being able to move, the brain being able to think at all, it's all due to the presence of this formless presence within us, this pure awareness, the intelligent, the supreme intelligence, the supreme awareness inside us. And it is from this our breath starts, our life starts, and it's the same in all creatures of the world. So let's remember again and again and again. All of us are linked to each other by the presence of the Supreme. So we should know that we are already only instruments in the hands of the Divine. Being aware of it is sadhana. That he is activating me. You call him formless presence, or you call him Krishna, Rama, Shiva, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Buddha, Jesus. Call him any name. Ishvara. It is he. It is in his hands our very breath is, our very life is. And he is aware of all your thoughts. He is aware of all your feelings, all your prayers, all the time. When we chant the name Yogi Ramsuratkumar, when we chant the name of Rama, Shiva, Bhagwan said, Rama is instantly present, Krishna is instantly present, Shiva is instantly present. When you chant Yogi Ramsuratkumar, my Father, Supreme Father, is instantly present. The Supreme Father is already present inside, in everybody. So what did he mean? He means Supreme Father has gone to sleep inside. You have to wake him up. When you chant the name of God, or when you are filled with thoughts of God, the Supreme Father is awakened. This is what we call awakening. And then all our thoughts, all our feelings turn towards him, And the presence is aware. That is when it is aware of your appeal, your prayer. So Bhagwan said, when you chant the name, you don't have to pray separately. The presence inside you is aware of your prayer already, and you have awakened it by your Nama chanting. And the presence will do what is needed. So Nama is not a mere name, it is the eternal presence of the Supreme Father. So let us keep on chanting the name. You can do it in a crowd, you can do it when you are alone, you can do the Nama chanting while you are even doing work. In which case you keep connection, you feel connected with God all the time. And God is watching you. But only when you call out. Only when you remember the name of God, only when you remember God's Leela, in any way connected with God, God's presence is aware of you and He will give you help, guidance and protection. Knowing this, we should continue this practice of Nama chanting and bring to our mind the Leelas of Rama, Krishna, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Shiva Leelas. And let us remember the new paradigm, one Leela a day keeps the Maya away. Now, this Bhagwan is here, right in front of us. The formless presence is here in the form of Yogi Ramsuratkumar, with his hand raised in benediction for all to see. Let us offer our today's prayers at his feet. Bhagwan, everything happens according to the divine plan. And as per your plan only, the world is going through what it is going through today. There is panic in the heart of people, dread in the heart of people. In fact, there is terror, as I see when people come here. Only you can uproot this fear and arrest the spread of this disease and other diseases and enter the proper medicines that could kill this virus and other variants once for all. Please free the entire humanity from the dreadful clutches of this Rakshasic virus and bring back a dharmic normalcy in every level of life, everywhere. And Bhagwan, all those great people, tapasvins, who are fighting the disease with no selfishness at all, at the very risk of their lives, in order to protect others. They are doing extreme tapas. And we beg you to give them protection and all-round welfare. Bhagwan will give them protection because of their selfless action, which he is watching. But by making this prayer to him, we benefit. Those who make this prayer will benefit. And Bhagwan, the falling economy, only you could save it. Please give a big boost. And above all, we pray to you again and again that you said, remembering God is dharma, forgetting God is adharma. So if we have to lead a dharmic life, we have to remember the Nama all the time. And that's possible only by your grace. So we beg you again and again for constant remembrance of your name. And we beg you to bless us with the awareness awareness of our being, instruments in your hands, and we want to be fitting instrument in your hands. And that's again possible only by your grace. And let's go about our life as fine instruments in your hands, with deep gratitude to you. Thank you. Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Jai Guru Raya.